haven't got a menu, got stew and ale. Leave your axe at the door.
with a d20 roll.
Somewhere. Covered up by stuff. What? Okay. Oh, I rolled 2 somehow. The first one was a 3.
Yeah. Sock, what happened last time?
Why is it always me who recaps? Bullshit.
That's not true. I recapped last time.
No, in the other campaign too. Like, I'm the one that has to recap the most.
Because you take notes.
No.
I take notes
Why?
too.
I know.
She takes
But
better
in
notes.
the other game, you're the only ones to take notes, so.
I don't know. Stuff happened. I think we finished up the LARPing game.
Mm-hmm.
We fought a lizard in a fountain.
The basilisk.
Yeah, it almost killed us. And then we were invited to early morning frog racing at the cafe. And then the frogs were, I mean, they got big and started attacking, eating students.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So we fought the frogs.
Poor frogs.
What was significant about the frogs? Why did they do that?
No.
They had the goo.
Were they puking the goo or were they oozing it?
They were vomiting it.
Oozing it. Oh, I thought it oozed it when I squeezed it.
And no, it just like opened its mouth and bleh out.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. That's all I remember, and that's all of my notes say, so.
Well, Sock ate some frogs also. And after the barista showed up and gave everyone health potions, told Sock to go to the infirmary because frogs belching out gross black goo probably shouldn't be eating them. So Sock needs to head to the infirmary, and I don't remember what Quynn was tasked to do, if anything.
Don't think so. Let me look. Hang on.
You did help out Ghidorus. Got some relationship points there.
Well, she did. Or Sock did,
Yeah.
rather.
Is this 1 point?
Yeah, you got 1 point for that. So, what would you like to do? You need to, or you were instructed to go to the infirmary.
I guess I'll go to the infirmary.
Okay.
If Sock knows where it is. Or was the teacher taking him?
The barista did not escort him there. Just was told to go there.
Okay. Does Sock know where it is?
On the map that you got, you did not receive any kind of uh listing for medical care because they don't really expect you to need it like in your first year.
Well, that's great. Um. Yeah. Where are we right now? Are we still in the cafe or
Yeah.
what? So whoever told Sock to go to get medical help, Sock's gonna ask like, where is it? Where do I go?
The barista is like just making sure that the students that were gulped up and then spat out are doing okay, helping them with getting the slime off of them, and she turns her head to Sock and says, first years, okay. Just, here, take this. She hands you a small stone, says, is your friend going with you?
I'll look at Quynn.
I mean, I'm not sick, but I can come along if you would like me to.
I mean, it's whatever you want. Otherwise, I'll just meet you up in one of the classes later.
Okay, well, I better go to class then, and get cleaned up and go to class so that maybe I can give you notes or something.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess the answer's no then.
Alright, well, just speak the word, medical, and you will be transported to the infirmary right away. It's in Lorehold. I know that first year students have not gone to the other campuses yet, so this will be your first journey. Good luck. I mean, well, you don't need luck, but alright.
Okay, I'll just look at the stone and I'll be like, medical?
And a bright light envelops you very quickly, and you disappear in a sort of rift thing. Just like, whoop, and Quynn, you are left there by yourself at the cafe, watching the students like moan and groan about, I don't want to be in a toad.
Alright, well, Quinn will head back and get cleaned up and go to class.
Okay. Soch, you are, as soon as you say the word, you are instantly transported to another building. You stand on stone floor. In front of you, large machines are walking halls of shelves of books and putting away various books. And this is what you see. Oh, shoot.
Ah! Is there anything that reads medical?
You look to your right, and it says sick room, and you look to the left, and it says infirmary. So you are facing this way.
Oh, I see. So this is the right. Over here is the right, and over here is the.
Yes,
Other
there are
way.
doors to your right and left, immediate right and left.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the one that says infirmary, which is this one, right?
Yes. So you open the door. Inside, you see um like I don't know what they're called. Stalls, I guess, with curtains that have been drawn back. Um, to your to your right, you see a desk. Looks to be like a sign-in area. To your right, you see more building or more walls that lead to another hallway. Um, and in front of you, you see a what looks to be a professor. Um, she is dressed in shoot. Thought I had everything prepared. She is dressed in flowing gold and white robes. She appears to be holding a piece of parchment, writing as she walks. She stops and looks up at you and says, may I help you?
Yeah, I was sent here from the cafe. There was like a weird frog issue that occurred, and frogs were eating students. Frogs were emitting some kind of black substance, and I, in the heat of battle, consumed 1 to 3 frogs.
Okay, well, I would say go to the Witherbloom, but it sounds like you are in the right place. Come with me. She'll gesture to you to follow her.
I follow.
As you pass this stall, curtains open, you see a student that is doing like an air guitar, kind of strumming air, and her eyes are closed, humming to herself. In front of you, you see an Owlin student who is very slowly walking down the hall away from you, and it looks like this person is kind of peeking into each stall as they go past. And this professor turns back to you and gestures for you to get into the stall here on the bed. Alright, so you ingested something, Well, I don't know what that substance was, so I'm gonna have you take this. And she rummages around her pockets for a bit and pulls out a small vial and offers it to you.
Okay, I take the vial.
Before you take it, note that the bathrooms are directly behind me, and if you don't wish to make a mess on yourself, I suggest you go there. Let me know how you feel afterwards.
Am I drinking this or rubbing
yes.
it on? Okay, all right. I just needed, directions. Okay, the entire vial.
Yes, please.
All right. Is it here, or is it like right here?
Do you see a hallway? I guess it's super narrow, but
It looks super narrow.
yes, it is that direction.
Okay. I'll go down here until I see something that looks like it says bathroom or something.
I think if you take another step, you'll see down a hall.
Kind of?
Why is it so
Weird
dark
collision
there?
happening.
That is weird. There's nothing there.
I like.
Oops. Okay, well, I don't know what's up, but on this entire hall, there are 6 doors total, 3 on each side, and each door says restroom on it.
Okay, I will open one. so dark. I can't
Why-
see. I can't move my token in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. It looks like a toilet. Great.
Okay, there you go. I think it was just
Alright.
because there were no light sources.
Okay. Yeah, and I will be in here, and I'll. She didn't really specify what direction. So I guess I'll just be ready. For
Yeah.
if I'm throwing it up or if I'm, if it's coming out the other end, and I'll just down the vial.
Okay.
Oh, I closed the door.
Does the Sog have to have the decency of closing the door?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Soch closes the door. He's learned. He's been here for like a month, right?
Closer to like 4 or 5 months now.
Okay, so yeah, he learned like proper like humanoid etiquette. Like you close doors when you're doing your business. You know how to use a bed. That's for sleeping. You know how toilets work. There was, I'm sure, a long scolding from the groundskeeper about stop digging holes to do his business. So he had to learn how to use this. He had a rough month of learning things, but he's good now. He knows what to do.
All right. So I'm actually going to allow Quynn to see your token because this is probably a black screen for them. Can you see it?
Hey, you're in a tiny room.
Okay. So, you take it, and it's very smooth. It's not thick at all. It's very liquidy. It's a bit sweet. I'm not sure if Soch has enjoyed sweet yet. But you down it pretty quickly, and it's got an interesting aftertaste, and goes down smooth. You don't feel anything at first, but I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright, so about 5 seconds after you down it, you feel like your stomach is just like trying to force itself out your esophagus and out your mouth. And you, I'm guessing you immediately turn around to vomit it out, or would you like to do the sink?
He would do the toilet.
Okay. I don't know Soch's mannerisms quite yet, so he turns around immediately and just it's not like painful, and it's not like stomach acid is burning its way out, but it's just like this pressure to get out of your body as fast as possible, and you turn around, open your mouth, and just shoot out anything that was in your stomach. A lot of digested frogs, the drink, what was it, tea? Or no, coffee. You had coffee.
Yeah, coffee. the several cups of coffee.
The coffee mixed with that, the black ooze comes
Family
out.
Guy. Yeah, it's the Family Guy puking.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, pretty much. Just so fast.
It's so loud.
It's not painful though. It's kind of
Not
like
painful.
if you were drinking a lot of liquid but in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And it's just all coming out, and after a little bit you kind of your stomach is still clenching, and finally relax, and you look down and it's just all black. That black ooze seems to have covered the entirety of what the contents of your stomach. But as you go to try to flush it, you see a tiny glimmer of stone. Um,
Sock is not disgusted by what he has barfed, and he will pick up stone. Are there
Okay.
any frogs still alive?
uh, as you're reaching in and grabbing the stone out, you do hear like a slight croak coming from inside the toilet bowl.
I'm gonna try and grab a frog.
Okay. You dig your hand in and get as much out as you can. Um, uh, After a little bit, you do manage to find the wriggling beast. It's the one that's moving.
Yeah.
So,
I'll do that in the stone, and I'll rinse them both off in the sink, and I'll try and flush the toilet with my tail while I'm rinsing them off.
okay.
Multi-purposing.
The frog offers no resistance to this. It's just like it's accepting its fate at this point.
Do with me what you will. Just make my death brief. Quick and sweet, please.
The stone you find is about the size of a it's about 2 inches long, I would say.
Okay.
And it starts at a mild point and then grows to about an inch wide. And it's at the bottom, it's orange and yellow, and then as it ascends up, it goes to reddish, and then finally at the top, it's a purple color.
I will look at this and I'll make note, and I'll just kind of think to myself, like, I don't remember eating this. Did I eat this? This must have been in one of the frogs. And then I will take both the frog and the stone and leave the room and go back to the one room.
Oh yeah, I have to allow you to leave.
You have to let me leave. Oh no! Trapped in the other stall.
You see the professor is writing stuff down, getting the bed ready, and looks to you as you approach.
Oh, I didn't realize I had paused it.
And I'll say like, well, I vomited up the frogs.
Remember pausing it.
Oh,
Frog.
how are you feeling? All right? Is this?
I mean, I felt fine before. It was just one of the cafe owners or whatever was like, you should go to the infirmary. But yeah, so it was like what this frog, and then I don't remember eating this, and I show the stone, but maybe it was in one of the other frogs
She kind of looks
that I
at
had
it.
consumed.
Do you often eat strange things?
Yes. I mean, not rocks. I know I'm not an idiot. I know that you can't eat those. I know those aren't digestible. As far as I know.
And you said that the frogs were causing mayhem?
Yeah. So they were like racing. With like some students they brought the frog, and the frogs were all dressed up and stuff. Like they were tiny, like this size, tiny frog. And then the race was over, and then the frogs started like puking up black ooze, and then they grew big, like giant, and then they ate students. And then all the frogs started doing. There was like 5 frogs.
When you say this, she puts her hands on her hips and looks at you, suspiciously. Where did they get these frogs?
I don't know. I think it was like, well, the only person that I knew there was my buddy Kadoris, and I don't know where they. Oh, I think they got the frogs from like the biology department. No, it was something like that.
Well, I maybe the stone is either from there or it could be from one of the students that was at the illegal frog races.
Like they were feeding the stones to the frogs.
Wait, you said that the students were being eaten by the frogs, right?
Yes, the students were being eaten by the giant frogs, but
So
they were
maybe-
previously tiny frogs. So
So maybe the stone came from one of the students that was eaten, and then you ate that frog.
I didn't eat any students though. I just ate the frogs. The other
All right.
frogs that had eaten the students are still at the cafe, and I believe the frogs puked up the students, but I didn't eat those ones.
Roll persuasion.
Soch didn't eat any frogs that had eaten students,
I know.
right?
Soch ate
Okay.
3 of the frogs.
Yeah, he did eat 3 of the frogs. 7.
Well, if that's what you say, anyone who shows up here without an appointment, it's an emergency. So I will take care of you as best I can. She goes over to the desk here and grabs one of the potions and hands it to you. She hands you a healing potion.
Sweet.
A smaller one. If you're feeling sick at all, just take this. And it's a good thing you came here immediately. Not just because it's infirmary, but because I can log this under the in the hall outside with all of the records and inform the other professors of what has happened. But
Alright.
thank
wanna
you.
keep this
What is
frog?
your name?
You want to keep the frog or like run some tests on it or something? Or...
Sure. She very cautiously holds out her hand for the frog.
Don't worry, I rinsed it off. I washed it before I brought it out.
That's not what concerns me.
Oh.
I've touched many different bodily fluids. It's alright.
All right.
Do you give the frog to her?
Yeah, I gave her the frog. I hold on to the stone,
Okay.
and
The
I will
frog,
add it to my collection.
the frog just kind of like very limply gets placed into her hand and makes no attempt to move. It's very lethargic.
It's been through a lot. From this giant lizard yelling at it, threatening that if it fails, it doesn't win the race, then it will be eaten, to then getting big and trying to eat students, and then being eaten. And then being vomited up after being hanging out with 2 other frogs in the said stomach of lizard. And watching its companions die.
Yeah.
Poor frog. It's got like 1,000-yard stare. I've seen some shit. All right. Well, cool. Can I go to class then?
Yes. Are you first year?
Yeah.
All right. Well, follow me for a moment.
All right.
She walks out. From behind you, in the opposite direction, you hear loud shouting from one of the stalls. I'm tired of being out here. I want to go out. I'm strong enough to leave. And the professor turns around and says, Greta, shut up and heal up. You don't hear much after that. Just like um, a little bit of grumbling coming from down there. And if you turn and look, you see that the owl is looking into the stall where the shouting came out, just like nodding its head very slowly. But the professor will walk up over here, grab a stone from the desk, and hand it to you. Just say knowledge, and you'll be transported to the bibliotheques in the central campus.
Do I need to return these stones, or and I show the medical stone that I had received?
You go to search for the medical stone, and it's not there.
Oh, all right. I guess that answers my question. I received a stone and was told to say medical when I.
Oh yes,
but I can't seem to find it.
Those are consumed upon use.
Oh, neat. All right. Just say knowledge, was it?
Yes.
All right. I take stone. Thank you for your help. What was your name?
I am Zertha.
Thank you for your help, Professor Zertha.
You're welcome.
Try and not eat so many strange things. This is kind of my first time needing to get medical attention for something I ate.
I really hope I don't see you again. As
Oh,
bad as that sounds, but that's my job.
maybe on nicer conditions, right? Not needing medical attention.
That is true.
All right. You have a nice day.
Feel better.
Thanks. Knowledge.
And with the same flash of blinding light, you disappear and reappear at the bibliotheques. Ah, wrong one. There we go.
And I'll run to class.
Okay. Let's, this will be the basic magical auras class. You run to class and manage to find your way. The lecture is already happening. Nobody seems to look your way once you open the door and enter inside. You see Quynn taking notes. Meet up.
I'll just go sit down, pull up my note stuff, taking notes. Nod to Quynn.
Okay. So you get through class. If you'd like to talk to Quynn about what happened, what was said afterwards.
Yeah. After the class is over and the lecture's over and we're dismissed, I'll pack my things on the ladder. All right, so went to the infirmary, threw up the frogs. One of them was still alive. I gave that to the professor that runs the infirmary, and also threw up this stone. You ever seen anything like this? And I'll pull it out of my pocket and show it to him.
Have I?
You can roll a history or arcana check. Like, you both can.
A history or arcana?
Yes.
I go with Arcana. 24.
Okay.
So close.
So in the time you've spent studying here, Soch, you aren't quite sure uh, you, some of these things were taught like it's very vibrant, so maybe something from your history class, or it's possible that this thing has some extra properties that you might have learned in marketing. Um, its origins, you suspect, are from a different plane of existence. As best you can put it, you know it to be possibly the Feywild, and Quynn, you like look at it, and it does take a moment to rack your brain with everything. Your mineralogy class has helped a lot, and your your archaeomancy also helped you with the history of said various magical items, and you know it to be something like this.
Fancy.
Ew.
I wonder how it got into the frog.
I don't know.
Quinn kind of explains it a little bit to Soch. And let's see, what does it do? Bonus. I don't understand what it does.
It does.
What is a meta magic
That's a sorcerer.
thingy? Well, it says when you use a meta magic option on a spell.
Well, you next level you'll get meta magic stuff.
Okay.
But when you get to third level in sorcery, you can get 2 meta magic options from a large list, and then when you cast a spell, and you can choose to use meta magic and change how it shape it in a sense.
Okay. Fancy. It looks like it's something only sorcerers can use.
Oh. Well, I am not that.
I mean,
Are you able
I
to
could
use it?
use it. Yeah,
Yeah, you have it then.
maybe
Let's see.
once I've studied a little more.
The professor in the infirmary thought it might have been owned by one of the students at the frog racing.
Hmm.
But I told her I didn't eat any frogs that had eaten students. So perhaps there was a student that had fed this to its frog to try and. I mean, does it enhance one's ability? Like maybe it was like a cheating,
That
trying to
is-
get the frog to win.
That is possible. I'm not entirely sure. Did you eat the winning frog?
I don't remember. It
Mhm.
was pretty crazy. I ate
Yeah.
what? I ate like 3 frogs technically, because I ate 1 frog and then I ate a second frog, and the second frog had eaten its other like another frog.
Mm-hmm. Was a little chaotic. Or perhaps the intended effect didn't happen.
But yeah. Anyways, that's what happened. I left the 1 frog that was alive, that I barfed up, to the professor in the infirmary. She said she was going to document everything and let the other professors know what happened.
Mm. Well, that's good. Perhaps we should make sure that she tells. Sorry, my thing never opened to the right. Notebook. Hang on. Is the name. Strixhaven. Tells Professor Sharpie. Since we talked to them at the beginning after the mimic attack.
Okay. I mean, all the professors, it sounds like, will know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess let's head to our next class.
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so the next thing on the campaign agenda is another exam. So that'll complete your second trimester. We can do that, or we can do quite a bit more role playing in what you do in this time. If you want to study or try to talk to people or try to move yourselves along in an academic situation kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do, Amanda?
I can now recruit Titanic.
Do you want to just kind of go to tests? Because with the test comes a level up,
Maybe.
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 I don't really know what other kind of RP to do for me.
I am fine with whatever. I'm just kind of sleepy.
Well, since you are super tired, that's a good time to have exams, right? Yeah?
Perfect.
Okay. So the like we did last trimester, you can roll checks based on which classes you take. Depending on how well you do in the classes, you can get certain student die out of that to help towards your final main class trimester exams. So, um, let's start with Soch.
Okay.
Get your character sheet ready, ability stuff. So, you are taking History of Magic and Art, and you'll roll an Arcana for that. Basics of Potion Making is Medicine. And I believe you do have one Inspiration, right?
Yes.
So if you want to
Can I
reroll
use that
one,
for that? Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. And that was Arcana.
okay. And your marketing class, roll Persuasion. Your basic magical auras, roll Perception. Your Arcano-Botany for beginners, roll Nature. And magical physiologies, roll Animal Handling. You did all right. One you didn't do so well in.
I
So
rolled 2 2s technically. Not all right.
so
Yeah, that
is-
inspiration.
is
So
okay. So for your History of Magic and Art, it was very difficult. These flashbacks history is not interesting at all. It's really hard to get into. You are trying your best. At one point, you felt like I'm kind of a defeatist attitude, where like I'm failing. I don't know if I can really go and keep doing this. But when you got your final result from it, it was an average score. It was a passing average score. And you're like, oh, jeez. Could have done better, but at least it didn't fail. And then with your basics of potion making, with all of the stuff going on right now, you were really interested in the Witherbloom college, where somehow these frogs come out of nowhere. The potion that you took that kind of tasted interesting, but it instantly helped you feel better and got the poison out of you. So you did really well in your potion making. You get 1 student die for that. And then your marketing, it's just talking to these people is just so annoying. Like, how can you be so dumb and buy my stuff, damn it? But, you don't manage to do so great. It's like a little bit below average score. And then your basic magic auras, Quynn and you really knock it out of the park and help you get this done really well. So you got a really good score on that. That's another student die. You can mark these on your tracking sheet. For your Arcano-Botany, you've focused all of your attention on the potion making aspect of Witherbloom instead of the magical aspects of plants. It's what you create out of them instead of what they are at basic level. So you do get like a very low grade on that. You don't fail, but it's disheartening. And then finally, magical physiologies. You're you're feeling a bit nervous about the final exam that's about to happen, but you think that maybe if you really push hard, you can excel. So, Quynn, I'll have you get your character sheet ready.
How do I record these
Yep.
the student dies? Is it what I'm putting for like the report cards section?
Yeah, the number 2 D4s.
Okay. 2d4s. Do I need to list what the skills are for?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so Quynn, you will have your basic magical auras with perception, introduction to archaeomancy is arcana.
Hang on. Perception?
Yes.
Arcana. Okay.
Your anthropology of Arcavios is history. Botany and alchemical applications is nature. Mineralogy is investigation. And finally, magical physiologies is animal handling.
It's what?
Animal handling.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
studied
you-
hard.
Yeah, you.
That's why I'm so tired.
I got 2 1s and she got 2 natural 20s. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So, you get 3 of those student die, and so you're just like on top of it. You haven't had anything major happen to you directly. Soch has been possibly poisoned and almost offendedly drowned in a pool of water. You did suffer some physical problems with that basilisk, but you didn't let it distract you. You came out stronger than before, and you aced pretty much every term paper that you needed to hand in for this, except for the basic magical auras. You were a little bit too busy helping Soch with that one to focus on your own work. But yeah, you just know everything that needs to be known, and you are so ready for the exam that is about to happen. Okay. So
So ready.
Okay, so you are ready or not going for the exams. I would like you to tell me how you would like to study for the exam. Soch, like last time you pulled an all-nighter. But if you'd like to do that again, that's up to you.
What's
you
the
were
benefits of the all-nighter?
So you get a number of rerolls depending on how well you do for this phase. An all-nighter will guarantee you 2 rerolls, but you will have 1 level exhaustion.
That gives me disadvantage, right?
It gives you a disadvantage on ability checks, which are used for the test.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I will not pull an all-nighter.
Okay. are you two studying?
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yes.
study. Okay. Would you like to study together?
That's
Yeah.
probably good.
Okay. Since
Soch
you
would
were
Probably
help.
would.
since you were helping each other out. Yeah, Soch. You need all the help you can get at fighting those natural ones. Okay, so I want both of you to roll with advantage since you are studying together. A nature.
Advantage nature.
And an animal handling. Oh, that advantage. Oh, Sock. Okay, so
Sock tries to smile at the animals. It doesn't go so well.
this is last time you talked about the nature of Slotty and their crazy tactics of being magical apparitions. Quynn, you get 2 rerolls.
Okay.
So during the testing, you can reroll twice, just 1 check. Unfortunately, Sock, you even though Quynn was helping you, you really don't understand what the creatures, why you need to be studying this or something.
There's magical physiologies again.
What was that?
Is this magical physiologies again?
Yes.
Okay.
You keep your this is the most important class of the year. This is the only ones that have actual exams.
I
But
see.
so Quynn has 2 rerolls, and you are ready for the exam as best you can. So you head to class, or head to the exam hall, and there you see rows and rows of desks. Each one has a parchment and a quill. And if you'd like, you can sit wherever you like. There is a professor watching over as you take the exams. And you can, if you'd like, choose to sneak peeks at other tests, giving you a slight advantage, but it will be hard to do.
No, not at this time.
Okay. This is still your first year. You don't really need it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part, in front of you is a blank piece of parchment, quill with inkwell on the side. As you all sit down and get ready, the professor is assuring that everyone, or ensuring that everyone is ready for their tests and they have a certain amount of time to complete it. And once it's ready, they announce to start the test, and right away, at the top of the parchment is a multiple choice question shows up, and you can choose to fill that in. And as you fill out each one, the next question appears below it. And this is the multiple choice is about owlbears and their disposition and habits. I will have everyone make a nature check.
Is this where we can use a reroll?
Your reroll
Or-
if you have any, and your d4s if you have them.
So the D4s is what I earned from the tests.
The tests
Prior?
and Yeah.
The student die.
Oh,
Okay,
how
and
many
it's just
did I
rolling a
have?
d4.
I didn't write it down.
You had 3,
Okay.
and
Use a
Sock had 2.
D4. Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
And you can use as many as you like, as long as it's no more than the amount you have. And you have one more ability check roll after this one. Also, your extracurricular activities give you bonuses to certain checks. These are also student die that you can use on the test.
So, like the animal handling and performance we get from the LARP club?
Yes.
Okay. And those give us 2d4
Yes.
to be able to do.
Wait, so I could use that and it wouldn't count against my other d4s?
Right.
Can we
Yeah.
only use it for those skills?
Yes. Only for those skills that are there.
Is it for the whole year or per term?
The extracurricular are rechargeable D4s. Every long rest, you get them back, and you can use them for any skill check that you do throughout the year, as long as you stay in that extracurricular.
So I could use them both right now and they would recharge before the next time?
Yes.
Okay, I want to do that.
So, Quynn, you have a total of 5 student die, and Soch, you have a total of 4 student die that you can use.
Well, only for animal handling, right?
Yes.
So that gives me a 21.
Well, you did nature.
Isn't
This is-
that the one you said?
No, he said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I will use one then. The first one is a 4.
Well,
Can
no,
I do that?
no, because this is a nature check.
Right. One of my other ones.
Oh,
Just the regular
okay.
D4s from the studying.
From the studying, yes.
And that way I'll have 2 left and I have 2 from the LARP.
Okay. So Sock, you have 3 more D4s you can use. Oh wait, no, 1 more because it's nature. My bad. If you'd like.
No, I feel like I'm just gonna get another 1. So I'm just gonna accept this 7, this 8,
Okay.
for this.
I'll tell you now, because it's important. The next check will be animal handling, so you can use those extra D4
Yeah,
on that.
Use all 3 for the next animal handling. Is what I'm thinking of doing.
Okay. Okay. Well, Sock, you are kind of struggling. You had a lot of issues with studying and with the animal physiologies as well. With your throughout the year, it's just been difficult for you. So you got an 8 for this nature check. But Quynn, you are doing quite well, and you got a really nice score of a 20. Next is, well, I mean, it's an essay. You flip the parchment over. On the back, it has a question about owlbear companions, which are methods for taming, training, and handling owlbears, and keeping owlbears as companions as best you can. So this is an animal handling check.
Roll animal handling.
Yes. Throughout this exam, you learn a few things about owlbears. You know that they are aggressive, often ill-tempered carnivores. They are known to attack without provocation. They mostly live in caves or ruins. Uh, they have razor sharp beaks and claws, as they are hybrid owls and bears. The person who named him is like one of those people who named a grasshopper. It's just like, yes, those two things. It does that. A lot of people believe that the person who first created an owlbear was an experiment gone awry, but elves disprove this or dispute this by saying they have always existed in the Feywild. They have an odd sweet tooth, and so if you offer them something like a cupcake, they are a lot easier to tame. They best respond to training that mimics exactly what their trainer wants them to do. So if you act as you want the owlbear to act, it will learn faster. And finally, the call that it makes is similar to a cry of an enormous owl, with just terrible indigestion. Though owls don't suffer from indigestion, this is a sure sign to indicate that an owlbear is nearby. Alright, so that was quite the roles you have.
Indeed.
Okay, so Soch, you though you did roll pretty poorly for your marketing, you did learn something about eloquence and how to write really well, and so you got a 19 for this exam, this essay question. And Quynn, you had difficulty at first, but you just pushed yourself through and managed to get a pretty quite of a good score. And Quynn, you have aced the test, the exam. You get two more of those student die in your that you can make throughout the year. And
That I can make? What does that mean?
so when you make a roll, you can add the d4. So now you have a total of 4, right?
Is that on my character sheet somewhere?
It's on your tracking sheet. All of this is your tracking sheet stuff. Soch, while you did struggle for the multiple choice, you did do really well on the essay. So you get, you passed. So you get 1 of the student die.
Am I putting this in, again, the same section, report cards, row number 2? Am I just putting it in that D4 section?
Put it in the extracurriculars.
Extracurricular. Okay.
To indicate that these are the same D4 that you can use throughout the year, and it recharges after
so
a long
I have
rest.
4 now?
How many did you have before? Did you have 2?
2.
Okay, so you have 4 now.
Okay.
And Soch has 3.
I have 3?
Because you had 2 before and you got 1 this time.
I am confused. So I guess is the 2 from the 2 that I didn't use from the number 1 first test?
No, that is from your studying and how well you did in your other classes. The report
'Cause
card
it says
section is
2, and then it says Insight plus Arcana.
those are the skills that were used on the last exam.
I see. So I should be documenting what the skills were used for this exam.
Yes. And then the 2d4 were from how well you did on the other classes. But the ones you got from this exam, go to in the extracurricular one to remind you that those can be used throughout the year and be refreshed every long rest.
So in the column below LARP Club, I should have a second column or a second row. So the row
No.
below LARP Club, I have a second row that's blank, and that's where I
That's-
should put these.
No, that's for if you have a second extracurricular. So just put 3 instead of 2 in the D4 section.
For LARP Club,
Yes.
3 instead of 2. And I don't need to put a test earned or anything.
Nope.
So I now have in LARP Club 3 D4s that I can use.
Yes. So throughout the year, every day you can roll 3d4 on those skills: animal handling and performance. You can also change your extracurricular to change those skills. It doesn't take away any of the d4 that you have. And you both passed really well. Really, you both did excellent on the essay portion, and with that, you get a level up.
Yay!
Oh, that's too real. Just like in real life, Althea also sucks at multiple choice tests, but does really good on the essay sections. Because I always second guess myself.
Mm.
Yeah. There's a weird strategy for multiple choice.
Yeah, and I never understood it. I never got a hang of it. And then like sometimes like because they're written, sometimes the questions are written so strangely, where it's like it could be this or it could be this. It's like, oh well, it's referring to this. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't say that. Well, you're just supposed to know.
Yeah. It literally says this, but you say the answer is this.
Yeah, so it's like technically both these answers like are correct for this, and it's like, well, but you're just supposed to know it's supposed to be this one, even though the other one also applies. It's this one. What? Can't. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Tests suck.
Yeah.
Well, you're level 3 now, so you get second level spells.
Hopefully we won't. That'll help when we don't die.
Death, what?
That doesn't happen in this game.
Of course not. Tog will save us.
Level 3. I now have 30 hit points.
You went with the average?
Yeah. Have you
Playing it
seen how
safe.
I've been rolling?
Yeah.
Not gonna risk it. So many ones. Even those sixes, those double sixes, those were twos. Because I have a +4 for animal handling. So it's like, God, what are these rolls? I really feel like roll 20 is not random. There's something.
The gnomes are out to get you.
Yeah.
Quynn, are you getting an interesting spell for a 3rd level?
I don't know yet. Let's see.
As Soch starts to put the entire druid spell list on his character sheet.
Yeah.
Else. Next. Meta magic. Oh boy. You get more meta magics later.
Yes. So you get 2 for now, and then you get 3 at 10, and 4 total at 17. And each time you get an ability score increase, you can change your meta magic. So at 4, 8, 12, you can change whatever meta magic to a different one, but you still have to have the limit. Any druid spells that are catching your eye?
Well, Dust Devil is I don't think I've ever heard of that spell before. I got the Enlarge Reduce spell and Find Traps. I got Flame Blade, Healing Spirit, Heat Metal. That's pretty cool. Heat meets person. Pass Without
You're-
Trace, I imagine, is probably a good spell for students.
You're a druid of the land, right?
Yeah.
Your subclass gives you 2 spells that are all that are already prepared and don't count against the number. Were you swamp?
For what?
Were you druid of the land of the swamp?
I think so. Circle of Land, Druid. I believe I was Druid of Swamp.
Okay. You get darkness and Melf's acid arrow. Always
Fancy.
prepared.
Darkness and Melfs.
Or you can just type in acid arrow.
Melf's Acid Arrow. Protection from poison. Skyrite? Write messages in the sky? Is that what that is?
What was that?
Skyrite.
It's very like a lot like Skyrim, only more literate.
Instead of Skyrim, I Skyrite. Summon Beast.
Druids are ritual casters, so they can cast those ritual spells without using spell slots.
Wither and Bloom. I just have to have it prepped, right?
Right. I think. Wait. Oh yeah, wizards are the only ones that don't need a prep. But everyone else does. They can cast rituals.
Locate animals and plants. Locate object. Moonbeam. Pass without trace. Animal messenger. I can use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast you can see within range, such as a squirrel, a blue jay, or a bat. You specify a location which you must have visited and a recipient who matches a general description, such as a man or woman dressed in the uniform of the town guard, or a red haired dwarf wearing a pointed hat. You also speak a message of up to 25 words. Target beast travels for the duration of the spell toward the specified location, covering about 50 miles per 24 hours for a flying messenger or 25 miles for other animals. When the messenger arrives, it delivers your message to the creature that you described, replicating the sound of your voice. Then the creature explodes. Sound of the voice, the messenger speaks only to a creature matching the description you gave. If the messenger doesn't reach its destination before the spell ends, the message is lost and the beast makes its way back to where you cast the spell. Point at a bird. You, bird, get over here. Deliver this message to this person. They look like this.
Do I have to?
I command it. Oh.
I like how the material components for animal messenger are a morsel of food.
Yeah, I gotta feed it. I gotta give it a snack for its journey.
How's your meta magic coming?
I picked those and then I went with Shatter because I can get a second level spell. But only let me pick one spell. I don't know if that's right or not.
Yes. If you want, you can trade out one of your existing spells for another one. So if you want a second level slot, or not slot, but spell, and you feel like you're not really using the ones that you have.
Alright.
No, I think that's okay.
Okay.
I feel like Dust Devil should be called like mini tornado because it says she's an unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range. An elemental force that resembles a dust devil appears in the cube. But it's like, dust devils aren't anything. Like it's like, I am mildly annoyed. I got sand in my eye. Like,
Pocket sand.
but this is like, this makes you take 1d8 bludgeoning damage and you're pushed 10 feet away from the dust devil. It's like, what?
It's also magical.
Yeah. Magic dust devils.
Dust devils are just kind of like, oh, hey, look, a dust devil. Anyway,
As a look at that! Huh. As a bonus action, you can move the dust devil up to 30 feet in any direction. If the dust devil moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or light gravel, it sucks up the material and forms a 10-foot radius cloud of debris around itself that lasts until the start of your next turn. The cloud heavily obscures its area.
Oh,
Interesting.
well, yeah, this is fine. If I look at my I finally got terrestrial. Tavern.
Remember those, were they lizard folk? They were lizard folk, right? The potion owners, the potion store owners. Shady potion store.
in
Shady
when you did your
potions.
jobs,
Off.
like you took
Yeah.
on extra jobs.
Was that a dragonborn or was that a lizard folk?
It was just a human that had scales on its face.
I thought it was like a lizard person.
No. I mean, it was a person that had lizard-like features.
I see. I was gonna say, it's like, if they were lizard folk, it's like, I feel like they'd be like Soch's relatives. That sounds about right.
Maybe that's where the potion maker got his inspiration. Sock showed up and was like, "This is how you do things." He wanted to replicate exactly what had been said, but it was so not articulate that it didn't really understand and it just went crazy from it. So are you all done? Sock, you got your spells prepared?
I mean, I got them all in there. How many do I get to know?
Your level
mod
plus
Druid
your
level.
yeah.
Wiz mod is 4. My druid level is 3. So I can know a total of
I would
7.
Build a hub. Hyper relay.
And Quinn, you have everything arranged as you need to?
As far as I know, I finished the character mancer
Okay.
level up thing.
And if you didn't want to change out any spells that you like,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
we can say that since you learned a lot and got your level up through this, Quinn can attune or has attuned to the shard. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you're both ready, we will continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
7. Sweet.
So you are at the Bozen Tavern celebrating your passing grades. And you, if you like, you can have a drink. Oh, we also hit another 16 weeks for your job, so you get 16 more gold.
$16 more gold.
Yep.
16 more gold.
Pretty luxurious 1 gold per week.
Now I have 50. It's a nice round number.
Alright, and as you are having your drink, it's just like a silver piece, or if you want alcohol, 1 copper if you don't want alcohol. And while you are celebrating, I'm not sure if you are with
Why would you do
others
that?
or if you're just the 2 of you. You would you like to be with others? I guess I should ask.
Maybe Cadoris.
Yeah.
Okay.
And any other like of the larva people if they feel like showing up.
Yeah, like Rosie or.
All right, let's have you with Doris and Rosie. Nice 4 people at a 4-person table. Doris is just smiling, very friendly, not really saying much, but like enjoying the company around him. And Rosie is going on about how she's excited for your next bout of LARPing and how she's spent a lot of time preparing for it and how she feels like she thinks you'll like it a lot and wants to know how things will turn out. And as you are all talking about your classes for the trimester and how you are going to be going forward shortly, you hear from another table. I will have. You don't need to roll perception, but Soch, you recognize the voice. It's the same voice from the infirmary that time ago. That was just overly loud, and you look over to see another table is quite rowdy. You see a you see Drazimir, who Quynn works with, and Soch had a brief interaction. Thankfully, in Drazimir's case, it was brief. Soch, you also see the person that was lying in the infirmary bed, doing some air looting, I suppose, playing the lute. And then you see these 2 other individuals who are quite riled up. The shouting involves a specific spot and some sort of bravery.
Station right there.
And
Right?
the Drasimir is trying to hush down the loud individual who is this person. She's saying, "Yeah, you know, I bet you can't do it." And opposite her is the Genasi
I have my main
person here.
one, please.
And he says, "What? You don't think I can? You don't think I'm strong enough?" She says, "Oh, not in the slightest. You can't take it. I know." And Drazimir's just like, "All right, calm down." You can barely hear his voice over the crowd. I know that you both have competition right now, but this is not the kind of thing that you should be speaking out against. And then the one opposite him, the lute player, will say, Don't worry, Drazimir. Maybe if we go outside, Xanthar can show his bravery to Greta. Get it over with." And with that, the Genasi fellow stands up, and the chair squeaks on the floor, and he says, "Yes, let's go. I bet I can prove to you." And Drazimir kind of heavy sighs and gets up, grabs his drink, and the dwarf individual kind of slams on the table and is like, "Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get hyped, pumped up." And the four of them head to the outside.
Through the tunnel. It says the serpents have patiently for a shifting. Someone thought it would be a good idea for our colony for their spaceship now full of serpents. And I can either let them flee or destroy the serpent.
Okay.
I'll let them
That was weird. Loud.
just fucking funny. They've been terrorizing.
Soch
They haven't
is
killed him.
gonna
Terrorizing all the
continue
women.
hanging out with his buddies. I don't know.
We can hear Taylor in the background. I'm not sure how
Sorry.
well your sound is.
Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah, I guess Soch is just gonna hear that, but he's not gonna react to anything. He's just gonna weird people. They getting riled up about. Were they all wearing first year uniforms like us?
Yes.
Just gonna turn to the Doris and Rosie. Like, any of them? What's that about?
Ghidorah kind of looks awkwardly at the door and back at everyone, kind of shrugs, and Rosie says, "Oh, don't mind them. They're just... Greta and Xanthar have had a competition going on for a little bit. They always want to prove who's better.
Like what? Like physically or?
Honestly, anything. It sounded like some sort of dare was going to happen. I don't understand. It's always something with those two."
Huh. It was Greta and Xanthar?
Yeah.
Weird.
Does Quynn have anything to say?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Okay. Well, Cadoris is going to, okay. I gonna. I guess I'll go. I've had enough drink. Night. Rosie tells him, "You've only had one. You don't want any more? Don't you want to celebrate?" No, I'm good. I'll see all of you later. See you at the LARP session. And he kind of
Bye.
rushes out in a hurried manner.
Is everything all right with him? I know we don't usually we don't hang out often, but like, you know, you okay, or is he just not comfortable with people?
But I think something's on his mind. He normally doesn't just book it.
Hmm.
Hope he's okay. You guys do okay on your tests?
I did pretty well. The I did do some research, not for the test, but just in general, and so that really helped with the owlbears.
Hmm. Maybe Cadoris didn't do so well and doesn't feel like celebrating?
What happens if you fail the test?
Well, if you fail it too many times during the year, you have to take the entire year over again. It's pretty rough. You really got to have to study. Of course, not everyone wants to do that again, so most of them just leave.
Well, it's only like the second test, so no, but that wouldn't be a problem with him, would it?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on with him. Hope everything's okay.
Actually, now that you mention it, I might go check it out. See if he is okay.
So I am.
I do want to stay and chat more, and I haven't had quite enough for my celebration, but you did worry me there.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yeah, no problem. We could always celebrate another day too. Like if it just doesn't work out, today, just not feeling it, that's completely understandable. But yeah, go check on him. Make sure he's okay. Worried about the guy.
All right. Well, glad you passed with flying colors. And I guess I'll see you in a little bit. And she heads out.
Alright. Bye, Rosie. Get some rest.
Yeah. I imagine like we'll just finish our drinks and then we'll probably head out as well.
Okay. Do you head straight to your dorm rooms?
Yeah, probably. We're not very adventurous, apparently.
Sock, did you want to do anything before you hit the sack?
Nope. I think I'm comfortable just finishing the drink and then heading to bed, heading to the dorms to go to sleep.
Okay. So, you head back. It's a quiet walk back to your dorm. Most of the people are celebrating a job well done for the exams, or trying their best to recover from the massive failure that they got on the test. Um, and you head back to your dorm. Would you like to do anything before you head to bed?
I don't know. They feel like Quynn would just like talk about how they did on the test if they hadn't like said everything already. And that's about it.
Trade kind of like, what did you get for this answer? Like, explain it. Like, that kind of thing.
Or Soch like, I don't know what this was. Oh, well, you see.
Yeah. We'll do some of that. Like, what? How is that the
Debrief.
answer? Well, it's because of this. Ow. And then, then we'll go to bed.
Okay, so you head to bed, and what is everyone's passive perception?
Mine is a 16.
That's a good question. 11.
Well, the only thing that matters is one person with a decent passive perception, as we found out from other campaigns.
Yay!
That's all that matters.
So you're sleeping in the night, and Sock, you get woken up. You don't know how long asleep you've been, but there is a loud pounding on your dorm door.
What the? I'll wake Quynn up. Quynn, there's banging on the door. I'm gonna go answer it. Make sure you're situated. Dressed accordingly.
What?
I don't know if like Quynn sleeps in the nude or anything, or just sleeps in underwear. And then I'll go answer the door.
All right, so you open the door, and Kadoris is standing there. He looks like he's had a terrible night. He's like, sweat is dripping down his face, and he's out of breath. And he says, "Hey, you gotta. I didn't know where to turn. Can you come with me, please?"
Okay, calm down. What's going on? Hold on. Like, let me grab my stuff. I'll start getting like a shirt on and my bag holding. Quynn, Kadoris is all riled up, but he needs something.
Okay. Quynn will get out of bed and like throw on the robe from yesterday. and follow them out.
I'm thinking like maybe this place might have um like a magical device that casts prestidigitation on any article of clothing you put in. After you feed it a copper, so it's like a magical washing machine, so that you're not wearing the same dirty clothes every day.
I
But
would hope so.
after you both go to exit your dorm, Kadoris just turns and bolts down the hallway, like he's running for his life or possibly somebody else's.
Chase after.
I will also, and I will use my telepathic speech to be like, Kadoris, what is going on?
He kind of like falters for a moment and like looks at you and kind of realizes, oh, that's something you can do. And then he turns back and starts running again, and he says, someone is in danger. Xanthar, possibly injured. Please help. That he's got so much racing through his mind that it's difficult for him to respond mentally.
I figured I'd get more out of him mentally than I would verbally. So.
Do you want to say anything else, or are you just gonna follow him?
I am gonna follow. Do I have my spells back? I didn't use any. I should have full spells.
You have your prepared spells. I mean, you've leveled up and had a long rest since you last fought stuff, so you can have whatever spells prepared as you'd like. You can change them now. So.
I'm looking.
How many spells can I prepare? Third level. It doesn't tell me how many I can prepare, though.
Well, you are a sorcerer, so you have all those spells prepared. You have a limited spell book, but you have them all prepared. Like warlocks.
Okay.
And I think
I will just mark them all off then. I didn't know that. I would have done some things differently.
Okay, so you follow him. He's running a path you haven't been to before, winding around this school. Everything's still dark because it's sometime in the middle of the night, and no one else is on. No one else is walking around campus as you sprint through the winding paths around buildings, through alleyways and whatnot, and you get to a pretty good-sized estate. This looks like a manor that's 2 stories and a little bit extra, but you get to here. You are at the bottom of the screen. For some reason, you can't see it.
I see nothing but darkness.
That's because it's night out and none of you have dark vision.
I 9. You do it for a month. Start all of my turn off. Let's still keep the. Try that. Let's turn this on.
Okay. So Ghidorus runs to this manor and runs up. You see in front of you some stairs leading up to a platform and some bushes around you.
This is
I'm just gonna make it.
still turn on.
Okay, so he comes to a quick stop and like looks back at the two of you and goes shh, 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 shh. And as you both come up and step behind him, you see that Rosie is here. She is staring at the front of the manor, kind of a
Cut it down,
horrified
but-
expression on her face. Drazimir is here too. He is crouching as best as his large body can do in this bush, staring up at the front door. And then the final lady, which you have not gotten the name yet of, is crouched at the edge of this raised platform, kind of poking your head over the top. And you see the one that they called Greta pacing back and forth at the front of the estate.
What's going on here?
Be quiet. I don't know if any of the teachers is still awake, but Greta challenged. Greta challenged Xanther to go inside and try and take something, and poor Xanther is not one to refuse a challenge. Went inside, and it's been hours. We have not seen any sign of him in so long. I got so worried. Rosie told me to go and find you.
Haven't you gotten any teachers or faculty?
Do you know how much trouble we'd been in? We were seen doing this?
What even is this place?
This is the Dapperwing Manor. Captain Dapperwing, he likes to have the faculty here. It's just sort of an office building. But Greta, she managed to convince him to go inside and try and steal something that's not, that has been contraband from the students.
Why would she do that? That's insane.
I don't know. They have this rivalry. It's been going on all year. They just want to one-up each other all the time.
How you end up hurt or eaten.
Well, they were, yes, that is true. They were in the infirmary earlier this year. I mean, constantly they're getting injured, but they believe that it only makes them stronger.
Oh, God. All right. Well, like, what do you want us to do?
He turns to Rosie, and Rosie, like, kind of did hear you come and like turned around and saw you, but is paying attention to the front of the manor, and she hears your name being said, and she turns to you and says, "Well, you've proven yourself already. You've done this so many times. You've fought off countless creatures. Do you think you can go and find them?"
I turn to Quinn.
I mean, we can try.
The the three of us, and she gestures to Gdoris and Drasimir, think that you're the most capable of anyone here. Even Drasimir, even though he's not too keen on either of you, he thinks that you're strong. And Drasimir just kind of like shies away as he hears this and continues his attention forward.
All right, well, I
Do
mean,
you-
it's not like we have any other choice. We can't just not help.
Suppose that's true. Guess we'll be going on there. What do you know about this place? Is there like security? Is there guards or
well, at night, there's security. Yes, you have to be quiet. Um, and but it's only like one or two things. That is part of the challenge that Greta gave him. I mean, it's all about being quiet and not leaving any traces that you've been there.
Hmm.
all right. Um where was this object that do you know anything about that he might be? I'm assuming there's like multiple rooms to this place.
Uh, if you want, you can talk to Greta. She knows all of it, and she's the one that gave the challenge.
We'll go talk to Greta. And Soch will walk on up here.
You come up to Greta. She's very furiously pacing. She's got a look of both anger and dismay on her face as she's just kind of like silently punching her fists and mumbling to herself that shouldn't have sent them in. No, it's not a good idea. Oh, oh, shh. Who are you?
I'm Soch. That's Quinn. Buddy Kadoris came and fetched us, said you were in a predicament. You're needing some assistance. Is this true?
No, I no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, from what I've been told, your buddy has been in there for much longer than he should have been.
This has he's trying to prove himself. It's fine. He's strong. Like not as strong as me, but strong.
Well, if you're not needing any help and you believe in his abilities, I guess we'll go back to our dorms then.
Wait. It's not like he needs help, but I mean, just maybe go check on him, see what he's doing, why he's taking so long. If here,
You know,
and she will reach into her student robes and pull out a bluish orb. It's about the size of a crystal ball, and she offers it to Sock. Uh, if maybe you're feeling scared, use this.
what is this?
It's like a magic torch. And she
Okay.
hands you this.
A drift globe. I don't see why. Okay. Cool.
I know you're
Uh,
not. Sometimes people are scared darkness, so you see better with this.
Okay. I'll just take it, but I won't turn it on or anything. And I'll just. So, like, which room did you send him to, or level? Question mark.
Well, there's this uh little figurine. It's like a little person. Uh, they've said that it's been confiscated uh, in the past, and it's up at the top. And she points to the just above the second floor. There's a little um, popped up opening, or I mean, kind of an attic area. It's not an actual floor. It's just a little raised up roof. It's it's called the well the professors call it the Foul-mouthed Francis, but I don't know if you are much in the name of swearing. It's a it's the Francis fuck.
Hmm.
It it's quite the distraction in classes. It's a fun thing to have around.
So, okay. All right. So you went and had him go after that. It's at the top floor.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Give us an hour. We're not back in an hour. Assume something bad has happened and you should get the teachers involved.
Okay.
Uh, and Soch is gonna kind of approach the doors to go in. Is Quynn with him?
Yes. Sorry, gotta move my.
We're gonna quietly open these doors.
You try the doors. They are locked.
Of course they are. How did he get in? How did
Well,
he get in?
he he picked the lock. Uh, and I mean, had to lock it just in case someone showed up. Don't want. They would have a mass security problem if he just showed up and wasn't locked.
Hmm. And all of you out here wouldn't be suspicious at all.
Well, if someone does show up, we leave.
Are any of you good at lock picking?
And Greta kind of walks over here and there's a very low bird call out there, and from the other side of the uh, fenced off area here, a small object comes in and she snatches it out of the air and hands it to you. Well, I'm not very good at this. It was part of the challenge. Are you any good? Do you have fast fingers?
Uh, a little, but not really. I can try it. Wait, we can use our little dice for it, right? Oh, but we
Well,
didn't
this
give
would
you
be
that.
a sleight of hand, for she hands you like a lock picking set, so thieves' tools essentially.
Fun.
Rup, rup, rup.
No.
I can try.
Okay.
Uh,
You'll make a sleight of hand check.
Wait. Ah, you
Uh,
know, God, these rolls.
I was gonna say make it with advantage because you have a kit, but it's already at advantage. So you like mess with it, and it's like you're poking at something, but you aren't exactly sure what you're supposed to be doing. Um,
Really
here, I guess. Let me try again. I couldn't get it last time. But she attempts to roll. And she like is very precise and steady. It takes a little bit of time, but she manages to um, get it, and you hear a large click from the other side. And she says, "Oh well, I guess 33rd time's the charm." Steps back. What was that?
Now Sock will try an open door.
Okay. You open door.
Um, roll 20.
Haven't go.
What?
20 just stopped for me, so I can't see my character sheet anymore.
Can you refresh?
Refresh. Yeah, I'm refreshing.
Okay.
Like it just said it was loading my page. Come on. Okay, here we go. That was weird.
You both step inside the manor, and Greta
I'll close
closes. Oh, you
Yeah,
close the
close the
door?
door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sock has learned very well
Closed door.
these past few months. Alright, so, um, you see, as you step into the foyer, there are coat racks that are carved to resemble statues of individuals that line the entryway into the manor. Uh, the coat racks flanking the doors depict two dwarves wearing high-collared jackets. The other coat racks on the left depict one tusked loxodon, a monocle wearing orc, and a gnome with a skunk for a hairpiece. The statues on the right depict a drow wearing a scarf, a burly human in a tuxedo, and a high elf in a cowl.
Right? Weird. There's nothing moving in the room.
You can make a perception check or investigation.
Oops, that's not it.
Okay. So You look around. The whole of uh, the manor in front of you is all quiet, and except for a set of very slow, very heavy, but uh, dampened footprints that seem to be coming from the left side. It's sort of a very low boom, boom, boom. They sound like they are getting further away though. And to your left and right, you see you kind of look at these dwarf statues, and as you look, um, it appears like the one directly to your left has its head towards you, and as you kind of examine the rest of the room, you see that uh, the statue has moved its head to being forward again. So
Oh.
this one looked like it was kind of turned its head towards you and then looked in a different direction.
Just gonna whisper to Quinn, like, you don't happen to have like a invisibility spell, do you?
Don't think so. I think that's a little advanced for me. Um,
All right. Well, I don't think it'll. Maybe it'll help. Um, and I
uh,
will cast pass without trace.
Okay. For an hour, you
And
have plus 10 to your stealth checks.
concentration. And I believe I'm just gonna like this should help us, but I think we should move quietly.
good idea.
Is there any stairways that we see? I guess probably
Uh,
not yet, huh?
these are a little bit of steps that you go up to. It's like 2 feet up,
Okay.
but you don't see any stairs ascending immediately.
I will ask Quinn, like, what direction you want to go?
Well, we need to get upstairs, right?
Yeah, to the attic.
If you were to put stairs in, where would you put them? Maybe on the other side of this main room?
Yeah, I would think so.
Alright,
Wait,
so let's try it.
Okay, so you go into this area. You see. Actually, it's all the same. The centerpiece of this hall is a beautifully decorated dining table. Its china and silver arranged just so. Along the wall to the west is an upright piano, flanked by cushioned benches. To the east stands a fireplace, its embers still glowing.
well, I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, I guess have everyone roll stealth. Since you spent a spell on it, so you might as well roll stealth.
25.
25 and a 19. All right, you very quietly make steps around this area.
Are these doors?
Yes,
Is there a door over here?
there is, and a door symmetrical. Piano is here, and then the fireplace opposite.
Is this a relatively clean place? It's not like there's dust on the floor or anything.
No, this looks like it's been well kept.
I think Sock is gonna just kind of see if he hears anything from this door.
Okay, you put your ear up to it. Roll perception. Uh, it's quiet. You don't even hear the sound of the footprints or footsteps going around the manor. It's as if everything is utterly silent.
Okay, Sock is gonna quietly open door.
This door is not locked, and it slowly opens. In
Like
here,
kitchen.
you see pots, pans, cooking utensils, fire pits, and dry goods are tucked into every visible corner of this small kitchen. A pair of crossed sabers hang above the shelves to the north.
No other doors in here.
There are doors to the east and west.
A door here and a door here.
Yes.
Okay. Um, Sock is going to say, like, it looks like it's a kitchen. There's doors in here. Maybe there'd be like servant stairs.
Yeah, I mean, servants would be the most likely ones to access the attic.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this door. I'm gonna kind of quietly open it.
Okay. Roll stealth. 17. You very quietly open it up. You feel as if there's a slight creak, but uh, the silence of your spell muffles it quite a bit to the point where you can't hear, or it can't be heard as well. And you do open the door.
I kind of poke my head in, look around.
Okay. Um, you don't need to roll perception as you open this door, and suddenly the thumping of footsteps is much louder as a mechanical construct rounds this corner with a very slow thump, 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 and it turns to see you. Do you do anything?
Um, I mean, I would if I saw a thing, I would immediately try and close the door.
Okay. You see it before it sees you. Manage to quickly close the door. There.
It was
And
definitely some kind of hallway, but there's like mechanical things. Roman.
Hmm.
now that Sock has mentioned it, you can also hear the thumping of the footsteps from the other side of the door as it approaches.
Get out of this room, I guess.
You quickly go out the other door.
I wanna
You're saying we're hearing thumps here?
No, from the
Oh.
opposite way. Yeah,
I
where
wanna
that.
listen at this door.
Okay, roll perception.
Oh, here are my bad rolls, Althea.
Mhm. Welcome to the club.
you you hear silence from this door, but you still, because you're aware of it, hear um, the thumping from the other side. Do you close the door that to the south?
Yeah. I believe we would have closed that.
So are you? We'll just state it outright. Are you closing every door you walk through?
Yes.
Yes.
That way, it's not like accidental. Okay, so you open this door into another area. Sock, from behind you, you no longer hear the sound of the footsteps. And this area, are you stepping inside? You do not see any
Is it?
figure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, step inside.
so in here, cabinets full of curiosities line the northern wall of this room. The strange items on display here include a stuffed pheasant, a sextant dressed as a doll, and a plaque with insects mounted on it. The insects are wearing tiny top hats.
Well, isn't that cute? What was he looking for again? The
Kind of
I don't
fuck
remember the
thing.
name of it. Yeah. No fucks given. Something or
Something
other.
like that. That sounds about right.
I don't suppose any of these would be it.
Well, I mean, they did say it was at the top. I don't know how they knew that, but
I don't
That's true.
I don't know why it doesn't mention it, but these are two suits of armor standing on either side of this hall. There are doors here, 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 and opposite you here.
would we be able to call it here?
Yeah?
Look the other one.
Um,
I'm kind of hungry too.
yeah. There isn't anything like super exciting or cliffhanger in your immediate future. Um, if you had been seen by that mechanical thing, then something exciting would have happened, but you managed to slip away with your pass without a trace spell. So,
Hooray!
Hooray!
yeah, so we'll end it there. Pick up next time. Just remember, it's the doll is foul mouthed Francis, or Francis Fucker, as it's known to by the students.